be a yap sesh, a vent sesh, an information sesh. And whatever the day.
How I look?
Are you gonna keep your do-rag on?
Yeah, I ain't got no haircut.
Oh.
Right.
But it looks better that way, remember?
What?
With no haircut.
Says who? Since when? Hell no.
You know, it's the social norms that make you think that you need a haircut when you don't need a haircut.
Or maybe it's when I look in the mirror and I can see my line, like,
That's fair, too.
you know what I'm saying? It ain't there no more. For some reason, my shit like to lick back when it start curling up.
Oh.
Let's get into the pod.
Hey, to the college kids, no scholarship starting your semester. Unpacking your suitcases, filling up your dresser. Enjoy it while you got it, after that it's God bless you. Life is your professor, know that bitch is gon' test you. I got some.
All right, man, welcome back. It's another episode of the Almost Dropouts. You dig? We back. I'm trying not to look into that light. That shit bright as hell. I'm not gonna cuss this episode because we don't know who's gonna watch this.
I thought it was this that sun box. That's what I thought it was. I thought we had got a new box.
Oh,
The
nah.
sun box was brighter at the music video shoot.
For some reason, it was just looking darker. So I had to take the, this,
Yeah, he was like, is this bright? I was like, yeah. And then he just took the whole thing off.
and took the soft light off, the disperser. But yeah, man, it's your boy Kai. You know what I'm saying? To the right of me, I got, well, not to the right of me, but to the right of her. I got,
It's your boy Caleb, a.k.a. The Blazing, a.k.a. OG Phil, a.k.a. Mr. Two Trill. We have a special guest, our dear friend.
great friend.
Yeah.
Hey guys, my name is Melia Symone. I'm an artist. Today we have the Democratic Party and the Republican here.
Hey, chill out.
Hey, chill.
We're gonna talk about who you should vote for this pot. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you practice that?
No.
It sound like you
I didn't know
practiced
you
that.
guys were gonna wear.
No, I'm talking about the first part. Hey guys, it's Melia.
Maybe.
You was looking in the mirror?
That was on the drive here, kind of.
All right, man. Let's talk about your life. Because you've been on the go. The White House. How did you get to the White House?
Thanks.
What did you do at the White House? Who did you see at the White House? Because not everybody gets to go to the White House.
This is true. I had the honor of going to the White House with my dad, who's one of the exonerated 5. He was invited, amongst the other 5, to go for the Black Excellence event.
That's what it was.
It was a Black Excellence event.
Okay.
That's
And
dope.
so they invited a bunch of different, Black excellent people.
Including you.
Well, including him. I was a +1.
You was there.
I was there.
You was
though.
there.
I got in the door, so I was there. It was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It was really like a life-changing event. Like to be in a space with so many inspirational people. Like I met Anthony Anderson. I met Sherry.
No, that's the dude from Blackish and Kangaroo Jack.
I was just
For a minute, it went blank. Ain't gonna lie. For a minute.
when is it gonna click for him? All right, good.
Let's see if we can know the people that you name. All right.
Okay.
Anthony Anderson.
Sherry.
You don't know her? I don't know her either. Okay, it's 1-0. 1-0.
Okay, Kyla Pratt.
We know Kyla
I'm
Pratt.
familiar with that name.
Yeah, we know Proud Family.
You know.
Yeah.
101.
Kyla Pratt.
I just gotta 9 times out of 10, I gotta put a face
It's
to
a Drake lyric.
Is it?
She's in the Drake lyric.
What did he?
Kyla Pratt. I don't know.
Actually,
I remember Drake saying it though.
Tabitha Brown. I met Tabitha Brown.
Okay, we know Tabitha Brown.
That was
My godmom kind of looked like Tabitha Brown. Just a tad bit.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a picture.
She's a beautiful Black woman.
Right.
So I'm sure many have the same glow. It's probably the aura.
It might be the aura.
Which
I think
was
it's the aura.
Real in real life.
Her
Like,
aura?
you know how people, like, you know how people through social media or something, they look a certain way or whatever, and then you meet them,
And it don't click.
it's not giving.
She clicked though.
She clicked, like.
That's real.
Her skin was flawless, her energy was flawless. She had people with her who was nice as well. Because I've had interactions with, like, celebrities that wasn't good. So it's like, sometimes I get scared to talk to them.
In Atlanta or like in?
Just in general,
Okay.
like sometimes I just be a little nervous because you never know how they're gonna act towards you,
That's
especially
true.
like when you're connected to somebody, they have a different kind of respect. But when you're standing on your own and they don't know who you are,
Yeah.
they kind of, it's like, why should I talk to you? But then when I'm with my dad, it's like, oh, hey. So
how do you work up the courage to like?
Yeah, I'm about to say, how do you even go in?
it took time.
Because me personally, I would just be like, they're there. How you doing?
Oh, it took time. Because I used to be like that, like, okay, I don't care about y'all, like, but I want to be a filmmaker. I can't be like, forget y'all, you know what I'm saying, to anybody. So I just had those experiences, and I had to really get confident in myself and like what I had to say. Because why should you talk to me,
Yeah.
Am I going to waste your time? No.
But like off the bat, are you like, because it kind of got to be like a weird position for like the celebrity if they meet somebody or somebody come up to them and then immediately talking about like ideas or work or something.
Right. And I don't do that. I've never done that.
Yeah.
Also because I met a lot of them when I was younger before I even got into film. So that wasn't like, it was just literally off the strength of, I want to meet you and speak to you because you're someone that I maybe watched on TV or you're someone that I grew up and like looking after. So, it's just, but when they act a certain way and you're just coming off the strength of being a supporter or being a fan of them, it's kind of like, dang.
That's how you're going to do me.
That's how you going to act. Like, my whole family watched all your movies, like, for real. Like, okay.
I feel like at an event like that, like, pride should automatically be put to the side.
And I feel like
we all made it in this room for a reason. You see what I'm saying? So it's no leeching going on here. Everybody has built their own foundation. It's
There could still be some leeching going on.
I mean, well, yeah, but you ain't get here for no reason. You see what I'm saying? They ain't put you in this room for no reason. So.
like everybody's somebody.
Yeah, everybody has something to say.
I get that.
I feel like, that's what I think about that.
I feel like at the White House event, it was like that, which is why it was so easy for me to speak to people because it was like they gave me respect off the strength of me being in the room with them. Whereas in other spaces where it was just a bunch of different celebrities, it was different. Like I didn't get that respect, that lack of pride off rip. So.
Did y'all like tour the White House or anything, or y'all was just?
No, we was just on the lawn, but it was kind of crazy to sit there. Like I was really thinking, like this house has been here for how long? Like the White House, like the slaves built this house, and I'm sitting on the lawn with all these black.
When was the White House rebuilt?
Beats me.
I don't know. I know it's been a while.
I know it got burnt down during some war.
Really?
Yeah, the White House was burnt down during some war.
Kai knows his history, so he knows.
But I don't know when it was rebuilt though. Until the White
Did it
House that
exceed
we
your
know today.
expectation? Like, was it what you expected it to look like?
I mean, I wasn't sure what to expect, honestly. I was like, the White House, is it like a party? Like, out like, in the street of the White House? Like, are we actually going? I didn't know really what to expect. So I think it did kind of exceed my expectations, though, because I wasn't expecting anything specific. Like, they had these really cute teacups. And they were so cute. And they had like coffee and sugar cubes. They had sugar cubes. And I was putting the cubes. Okay.
Who else did you meet? Is that it?
That's pretty much it in terms of like who I got to
talk to.
Right. Like there was a bunch of other people there that in passing,
Yeah.
but not spoke to.
So what was the conversation like with Tabitha?
It was, like I said, I was really captivated by her energy and her aura. I got to tell her that I tried her wine. So
She got a wine?
She has a wine. Yeah, in Target. She has a white and a red wine.
You know, wine is like some old.
I mean, she's older.
Trust me.
I'm talking about you.
Oh.
When I turn 21, we getting on that. That's the wave I'm hopping on when I turn 21.
It's good being wine
promise.
drunk. It's smooth. It's real smooth.
You said wine.
What?
I feel like wine is like a certain age limit for me. Like I feel like I need to be 30 before I start drinking wine.
Why?
I don't know.
21, I'm there.
Cause when I see wine, I just see a mom stressed out, or not even stressed out. Maybe just want to relax. Just
So
get her a
you
nice
wanna
glass of
relax?
wine and just.
When I see wine, I see myself sitting in front of a fire pit, listening to jazz, toes out,
Drinking wine.
bare rug,
I feel like
toes in the rug. You see what I'm saying? Walking around in drawers big glass.
And drinking wine.
Yes. Like
not
this.
Jack Daniels, not no alcohol,
Wine, brother.
refined,
21,
great
I'm telling you.
alcohol.
21.
You want to drink wine?
Yes.
I guess.
I feel like the symptoms are more relaxing than the alcohol. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like I could enjoy the taste rather than.
Nigga, wine is. I don't know. None of that stuff tastes good to me.
I mean, it doesn't, but I feel like once you find the correct taste palette or whatever, the mixture, whatever you gotta do, then the wine to be all right. But see, that's why I'm willing to try it. Yeah, exactly.
You know you can make your own wine?
Really?
I want to do that too.
Yeah, I seen some on TikTok. Yeah, you know
Maybe
that.
you should do that since you don't like any taste of any wine. Just make your own.
I don't think I'm.
But it takes a long time though.
Yeah, because you gotta ferment the materials that you use.
It takes a long time. Like after you get all the juices out the grapes, it gotta sit for a while, and then you
gotta rot.
Yeah, then you come back to it. And I literally just watched a video on this like 3 days ago. Some old dude, he had his wine maker from like the 50s or the 60s, and he just took us through step by step the process of how he make his wine. It's pretty dope. I'm definitely looking forward to turning 21 and sipping on a little wine. No cap.
I be putting all types of stuff in my wine. Anything but grapes. You know you use bread for your wine and stuff too. You know, yeast.
I don't know how that works.
What? I mean, it's nothing but like letting your food sit, like juicing whatever you juice and then just letting it sit for a long time.
But can you make wine out of anything but grapes? Like,
Yeah.
is there like...
I think so.
What, like
I
I
don't
don't know.
apples?
All I know is
know.
grapes. Grapes a lot of alcohol. And
No, I don't think you put the alcohol in there. I think it just come after you let it sit, because you're letting it ferment.
Nah,
If I'm not
there's gotta be
mistaken.
some kind of something.
I don't know. We gotta look it up again.
Let's look up how to make wine.
We gotta look it up.
We all should have watched that video.
Yeah, I literally, if I go to my history,
do our research.
If I go through my YouTube history, it's literally on there. But
How to make wine?
Sanitize your equipment, crushing grapes, adding yeast.
Wine, guys.
Okay, so you add yeast, you don't add alcohol.
Yeast.
Yeah.
The fact that it's a 20-minute video.
in fact, I
sat there, you watched
I sat
the
there
whole
and I
thing.
watched the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. So after you like do all the grapes and stuff, so whatever you have has to have sugar in it.
Okay.
And then once you extract that, then you add yeast, and the yeast interacts with the sugars. That's what create alcohol.
Okay. So like
Right.
the more yeast, the more alcohol or something, maybe?
I guess
like
the
that.
more sugars, the
We
more. I
need
guess.
wine experts in the comments to let us know, because y'all know everything. So let
I
us
hope
know.
Tabitha Brown sees the video and maybe you could tell us how to make wine.
Facts. Nah, that'd be dope.
Just come in here and show us how to make wine.
Do
That
the
would
whole
be-
thing.
That would be extreme.
Almost dropouts. Don't drop out. That would be her. Don't drop out.
Don't drop out.
Show y'all how to make some wine.
Make
So you
wine.
drop out.
No cap. That would be dope.
I think the wine to make me want to drop out. Figure out how to make wine, and I could just make my own wine, and I could just sell it, and I
Messed
could get
up our whole
rich.
pitch.
Nah, facts.
You just messed up
rich.
our whole pitch.
You for real? You don't think she gonna?
Now she not gonna come.
Facts. Now I gotta show y'all. My stepmom, she has a friend. Her husband built like a whole, like home or whatever workspace for her, so she can make her wine and they like live out of it and everything. It's dope.
What? On some like notebook type stuff?
Yeah, it's dope.
That's so cute.
So I gotta show you after. I gotta show you the videos. But
Oh.
can we talk about your internship?
Oh yeah. Yay.
Can we talk about the internship? The
Okay.
work?
So I just started an internship at the Atlanta Workshop Players, which is a nonprofit organization. They do all things performing arts. So they teach like theater, they teach acting, they teach like technical work. They have improv shows every Saturday. They have different classes that you can go to. They basically just teach performing arts, like I said. So for my internship, I'm in the social media department and videography department. So I'll be doing like putting together reels and marketing stuff for them. And then I'm also assigned to do certain interviews with people that have been there before and now have went on to go further in their artistic careers. So I work with them doing stuff like that and then recording the classes. It's not a paid internship. It's paid in, you can do the classes for free. You get letters of recommendation. So it's not monetary value, but it is still valuable.
That's good. So could you give like people tips in regards to like what to do for the application or who to reach out to before they submit an application to?
Man, how did you even come across the internship?
Yeah, that too.
That's a first step too.
Okay, well, for me, I found the internship through my advisor at my school, who he is like, my school, you have to.
I'm just saying, like, I ain't never got no.
I don't even know my advisor. I ain't never seen this nigga in person or nothing.
Oh,
Exactly.
y'all gotta reach out to your advisors.
Bro, we have.
I don't even know which one.
have.
I don't know who is who. Like, I go to the advisor's office and I go to a different advisor every time.
Really?
Yeah, I guess I got to set like a exact appointment with one person every time, with the same person every time. But that's how it is for me.
That's crazy. That's not good. Georgia State, they need to give y'all advisors.
Shit, junior year now.
This is when it matters.
Yeah,
That's true too, though.
Yeah, it is.
This is when it, like, you really start getting in the field for real.
I know people who like friends with their advisors. They call and talk to them.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, like maybe I should have went to a smaller school or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where I could have a relationship with my advisor.
Yeah, because if not, you're just like
Going
in there,
through it.
just doing stuff like
Right.
without no real guidance.
Basically. So yeah, how'd you come across the internship and
Yeah, so my
Applying.
advisor, he sent out an email to like the whole film, like whoever he advises, which is mainly like film students, he sends
Yeah.
it out to all of us. So we all get it, but in order to see, my school has a certain way that they go with like you going into your career. So we have a portal where you have to submit your resume and it has to be approved in order for you to not register, but like apply for jobs through that portal. So everything had to be good before I submitted any application. So my resume and stuff was checked over, so I got help with that, which YouTube also, though, to be honest, when it comes to preparing for any interview or anything, YouTube is really good. Like, I was sitting there's this whole video on YouTube that I watched where he's like, these are the questions they might ask you. Be prepared for this. Be prepared to talk about this and that. And just sculpt it to what exactly you're trying to do, because the questions are pretty broad. But just narrow it down to what it is for you. And that was really like all my preparation. YouTube and the help of my advisors at school, honestly.
did you ask questions when it came to like the interviewing process? I seen something that was like ask questions.
You
so they know
should
you're
always
interested.
ask a question. Because what I realized when I did my research to figure out like how should I answer these questions, you're not only trying to figure out how do I work for them, but they're trying to figure out will we work for you. So it's like, it's a give and take. It's a relationship. It's not just like, I'm just trying to get my foot in the door, but also what can y'all do for me? Why should I work here? Like with the skills that I have. So I ask questions like, how can I be successful here to show like my interest in the position? How can I, work my way up in the field? Because ultimately you want a job, you want to make money.
Yeah.
So how do I get to that point? So those are the type of questions that I would ask them too.
Were you given the information of the interviewer? Like, did you know the name of the person that was going to interview you beforehand?
I did.
Okay, because that was a tip that I was told to do. Like, do your research on the interviewer, see what they like, go to their LinkedIn profile,
Think about it.
see where you can resonate with them to maybe get you a better chance to,
Especially
And
the
then-
place you're going to work at too, or the place you're applying for.
Yeah.
Do research on what they do. Know their motto, their slogan, know what their mission is, so that you can bring that up in an interview. Like, I see that you guys do this and do that. That works well because my life path is literally like, make it sound good.
yeah.
Make it sound good.
For real. Are you in any clubs at SCAD? I know Nia was talking about she was in like a skate club or something. Like, what kind of clubs do you have
She
at
is a
SCAD?
skate club. They have, I'm only a part of Black Student Association. That's the only
Sensational.
Fight the
I'm a
power.
part of. We just got a brand new president too, and it's a woman president, and she's she's so dope. I'm so excited to see what she does this year with BSA. That's the only club I'm in though, to be honest. Let me not say nothing. That's the only club that I'm in. That's the only-
How is that life at SCAD? Like that social life and everything? Your campus is small, but it's still a campus. You know what I'm saying?
no
Y'all got like a little.
sports.
There's sports. It's just
They
not
got
basketball.
golf.
Yeah, we
I
got
think-
bowling.
Yeah.
We got tennis.
That's real.
Nah, for real though. I mean,
Ain't
yeah.
nothing wrong with them. I was just like, when I meant no sports, I was just like basketball, football. Like, I ain't never heard nothing about.
Yeah, we don't have.
Like those are the main attractions that I guess the college students would like to meet up at or go to.
But they got Georgia Tech and SCAD.
Y'all do got Tech.
I got Tech right there, actually.
I don't go over there, but people do.
For real?
You just.
I've gone maybe like for parties, frat parties. One or two. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. Nah, after seeing Tech play state and seeing like how live their campus was and all the signs and shit, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
that's how y'all get down. They got real school spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Does SCAD have that school spirit in regards to, you know?
Yeah, do you go to like tennis games and tennis matches?
I feel like a bowling match would be dope. Like going to watch them bowl is.
Can you even do that?
I don't even know where that stuff is
Yeah,
at. Like, I don't
For
even know
real?
where they hold their meets or anything. Like, we're
No?
not involved at all. They are separate. Like,
Oh, okay.
they do their own things, really.
So it's really individualism. Everybody just in their own world bubble. Work with who you work with.
Yeah, but people are really cliquey. So,
People are really what?
cliquey.
Oh, okay.
Like, they like to get into groups.
That's expected.
So, you gotta be
find
kind of
yours.
careful. Especially someone like me, I don't click up. I don't find benefits in clicking up. I don't think that's like, I think it's better to kind of just know everybody,
Yeah.
because then you limit yourself when you put yourself in a certain group, you know? So I don't do that.
I never thought about that.
What,
I never
limiting
click
yourself?
up.
Yeah. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm a part of multiple groups in
Yeah.
a way. But it's like, I don't know, every group has their own thing, I guess you could say.
Like, that's like secretive for them?
I'm trying to figure out what you mean, too.
Nah, like, I don't know how I'm trying to put it.
Like, are they unique? Like, each
Yeah,
group
every
is
group,
unique in
yeah,
its own way.
it's unique in its own way. And everybody's working to a certain extent, but some of them are working harder than others. So it you know, regardless of what the conversation is or what we're doing, we all working, but it's just, you know, you go over here when you know they really, really putting in the effort. Then you go over here, you draw back. But it's not like an intentional thing. It's just, I don't know, you just feel that atmosphere when you're with the group.
Yeah. But I mean,
Okay, I see what you're
You see
talking
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
but you're not being like cliquey though, because
I mean,
you're just
yeah.
you're essentially doing like what I'm saying. You're not limiting yourself. You're saying
Okay.
like, I'll go with y'all when I feel to go with y'all when it's meant for me. Go over here when I want to go over here. I'll go here if it works.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
you know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you're not cliquey.
Okay, cool.
Y'all are like, you know, like this. But that's more of like a brotherhood thing. I feel like, not being cliquey.
I mean, I'd be everywhere, so. I don't.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true too.
Having multiple friend groups is actually not being cliquey. That's the point.
Right.
Because
Okay.
you could roam everywhere.
Yeah.
You can go where you want to
And
go.
nobody's feelings get hurt.
I feel like that's the best though. That's when you the most spontaneous, cause you never know who gonna say what, who wanna do what. So, but it's just like y'all wanna. All right, cool. We there. We doing that, and that's what makes. I don't think people understand how spontaneous our life is, bro.
No, I don't.
Like a lot of people will come to us and be like, "Yo, let me know when y'all da 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 da." I'm like, bro, I don't know. Like,
I don't even know when we go do
I don't even know what I'm gonna eat tonight. Y'all talking about what you? Let's go to dinner. What are you?
Might
talking
not
about?
know until 30 minutes before I was supposed
You
to
see
be
what I'm
there. Oh, God.
Everything is so spontaneous. I feel like everybody should do that. Everybody should live spontaneous, but at least have a plan. Like at least
that be-
move with a plan, but like be spontaneous with things.
But that be making it hard to plan it out. Like I be trying to do like a calendar, and I try to start my calendar. You know, do a little Sunday, work my way through the week, just put things I know I need to be, where I need to be, and stuff like that. And then just be like, my calendar never goes as planned. Like never.
But why is that?
Because I'm always on some spontaneous shit.
So you just don't stick to your schedule.
I mean, it'd be open spots in my schedule. I'm not saying I'm missing things due to being spontaneous. I'm just saying like, I don't know, my week just be so.
Do
like,
you enjoy your
planet.
spontaneity? Is that the word? Spontaneity.
Yeah, I do. I enjoy it.
You might not be
period.
making it. You might not be making your schedule priority to the spontaneousness. Because I feel like I recently just restarted my schedule at the beginning of the semester, and I'm getting everything done, and I'm still having spontaneousness. And it makes, like in regards to like work or like the other day I had a pool meeting. But what did we do the other day? I think I forgot what I did the other day. I think we just went to go hoop or something. But I had a pool meeting, and then I had to do homework, and then I went to go hoop. But it's like I did that first, so now it's like the rest of the, you know. But I have been messing up with my journaling though. I started journaling. And like I started one day, then I missed 3 days, then I came back.
That's how it started.
I came back.
I came back.
I came back. I said, my bad, job. I said, my bad, job. Let me tell you what happened the last 3 days.
That's so real. Oh my
I'm like, damn, my bad, job. I really been trying to. And that's crazy because like the way my journal set up, it's like you open it, blank page. I got my name. Then the next page is what I want to accomplish with this journal. And then it's a blank page, and then I start. So my first day, I'm like, I'm going to be consistent. I'm going da-da-da-da, and then I start talking about my day. Then I miss 3 days right afterwards, and I'm like, damn. That's probably one of the...
I mean, do you got a set time when you go and journal, or it's just like...
Yeah, like before the shower or after the shower.
At night?
Yeah.
That's good.
I be trying, but journaling at night don't work for me. I do it when I wake up, or I don't do it at all. Because like at night, that's when all the spontaneous things happen. And you know, sometimes you just be out so late. You be like, bro, fuck it, bro. I'm going to bed. Like,
yeah, that'd be the days I miss for sure. Those are the mandatory days I miss. But then I wake up the next day being like, damn, I miss my day.
And then you be like, well, I'm gonna do it tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till the night, and then we go. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Do you journal? What do you do?
Of course,
Tell us about you.
I've been journaling since I was like a child. Like I have books.
Oh wow.
Full of stuff.
That's dope.
Like I go back sometimes, or I'll find a book and I read it, and I'm like, whoa, like, oh, little you. And I write my dates, so it'd be so cute. And it's just like, oh. But I journal about everything, like, and I do different forms of journaling. So like that's why it was so funny when you said, oh, I forgot, because it's like you're talking to whoever.
Yeah, whoever may find this in the future.
Whoever finds it, yeah.
That's really what it is. Yeah.
And then there's some books that I have that's like personal, where it's like I would never like write in that manner because it's not for people to read.
Can I read y'all something?
Yeah.
All right.
What is this nigga?
Kai's excited.
So I was at work. This is so spontaneous right here and there. I didn't plan on this. So I was at work the other day, right? I was bored as hell. I'm on TikTok, just scrolling through TikTok and stuff. And this video had popped up. And it was like how to start writing a song or how to become a better writer, right? And he was like, okay, so this is the plan. You think of a job, right? So in my case...
Wait, to write music?
I mean, write music, just write in general.
Oh, okay.
All right. So my job I thought of was a photographer. So you think of 10 words that describe being a photographer, 10 verbs or whatnot. And then second, you think about the room that you're in. And you're supposed to write 10 things you see in the room, right?
Currently in, or that you put yourself in?
I mean, for the video's sake, it was like that you're currently in just so you could help, but you could put yourself in the rooms and like see things and stuff. And then, so now you got a list of 20 words. So you match the words from the job to the room that you're in. And so like for my job, I was like photographer, so I put moments, film, composition, stories, conceptualize, running gun, light, shooting, image, memories. And then for the room I was in, I put signs, seats, pizza, because I had a box of pizza that day, glass, phones, boots, I had on boots, and bags, heaters, trash cans, and plants. Which is kind of weird, because like if you go into the room, you wouldn't necessarily be like, that's the shit that's in the room, right? And so I wrote, and the thing is, you're supposed to match the words from your job to the words with the objects in your room. So for moments, I matched phones, right? And then whatever matches you got, you're supposed to make a sentence. Now, the sentence doesn't have to make sense. The whole thing doesn't have to make sense. You just have to match the words and find a way to fit the words together, right? So for, film, I put plants, right? That don't necessarily match, but you got to see how I put it together. So this is what I wrote. We live out the best moments of our lives away from our phones. Moments and phones. Okay. And then I say, why film the plants when we can feel the plants? Ooh. The bags you carry have a unique composition under your eyes. They seem to go away when you told me your sacred stories on that cold winter day. What did I match right then and there? I think that was just a filler line.
Stories. Per sentence, you got to match
Yeah, so like the words you match, you have to make a sentence off of them.
Okay.
So I think stories went with heater. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
my turn?
Okay. So I've learned to conceptualize the signs you present, reassuring that this love is real. Our lives have become a constant running gun, so to take a seat together and complain about the ways we have been drained became our only way of fun. Early morning sunlight refracts through the glass. Let's shoot the boot and get it over with, throwing all of our preconceived images of love in the trash. Memories of eating pizza on the floor became the only images I hope to last.
That nigga
Fuck,
spitting.
nigga. I mean,
You spitting.
but like the whole,
That was tough. That was dope.
At that thing that we go to. What you mean?
It
It don't make sense, but it's like,
it was cool.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. So I was like,
It's about it don't even matter if it makes sense. It's about how it sounds and how confident you are when you saying it.
That's
you
true
you can
too.
persuade anybody that it took you 30 hours to write that poem. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I just had to like, I felt like that just fit well with what we was talking about, because if we like trying to consistently write, that's a good exercise. Like to think
Yeah,
about the
that's
job
tough.
and think about the room that you in and stuff like that.
I liked it.
That's
Each
tough.
line made sense.
It did.
Yeah. I felt like anything, when you write poetry or spoken word, anything makes sense. It's
that's
about
true.
how you think about it.
That's
That
true.
too.
That's
When
true.
you change your perspective of things, I promise you that's a universal saying.
I swear you said that shit like 20 times last episode, bro. That shit was so funny.
That relates to anything, and it's crazy because for the longest, like I'm not writing. Like I don't. I never really liked writing anyway, but it just became a way for me to just like jot out my late night thoughts, because I go to sleep with so much on my mind, then I meditate and I wake up blank, and I be forgetting everything from the day. Like, damn, what I was supposed to like, what was I thinking? So it's just like maybe if I write them down, and I can refer back to this tomorrow morning, you know.
Yeah.
And that's good because it gets emotions out. There's a saying, and it's like, suppressed emotions leads to depression. So you have to like get that stuff out some way, somehow, or it's just gonna sit there. So it's really good that you write and get it out.
I'm trying.
I need to write.
Yeah.
I need to write a lot.
Just let it out.
Just let it all flow
Go
out.
to the river one day, curse out everybody you want to curse out,
Nah,
and let it just roll.
I ain't going to no river. They need to get cussed out right then and there.
I need to find out.
You need to write. That's all you need to write.
I need to find out how to get words out of my vocabulary, bro. I don't like cussing no more, bro.
Me either. Like I feel so, I ain't gonna say stupid, but I feel like so
Limited.
limited when I
that
cuss.
too.
Like I feel like,
why can't I think of something else? Why do I always have to revert back to this curse word?
but I feel like if you could find something more clever to say than the curse word, I feel like that not hurt nobody more, but it definitely do a little more damage. I'm about to send them down right now to come get you.
Pause, guys. We're taking a break.
Yeah.
I'm about to start saying job.
No, it's in that alleyway. You know where that alleyway at where they do construction?
I'm about to start saying job. Turkey.
That building.
Like,
That building.
Freaking whatever it is. That, like.
Is JB gonna come back in?
I said you might have to call Beezy or text him or something. No, I really, like, I don't know. I feel like I don't cuss a lot, but when I do, it's like unnecessary. It's just like you just said that just to say it.
Yeah.
Like you weren't even mad or nothing. It's just really just a part of your regular conversation.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is that? So I was hoping like maybe if I write and use different words instead of cussing when I write, then maybe I'll translate that to.
I think that'll solve it. I think it's just a
I
lack
feel like that's gonna
of-
take a minute though. That's gonna take a while.
You gotta work to it.
That's true, bro. You gotta be patient, bro. You gotta trust the
It's
process.
like retraining your brain. Like, instead of this, use this. It's kind of, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Honestly, when I write too, I be holding myself back because I be trying to sound deep. Y'all don't
Like you
y'all don't got that problem?
Like you're trying to.
Yeah, like when I'm writing, I'm trying to think of ways that I can sound deep. So if somebody reading it, they'd be like, But I don't like. I feel like that hold me back. You don't do that. You just write.
I just
I be
write.
in my journal like shit. I be putting hella D's on it. Shit, I really don't even know what that was about today, but like real life.
Nah, I
gotta cut that out.
I say something whenever I'm writing, and I be like trying to explain it, but trying to explain it in a deep way. Like I don't know. I think that's the same thing with like writing music. Like if you just write what you feel and then worry about alternating shit later, you don't gotta worry about being deep all the time or having the best punchline. You just let it everything you feeling, just write that out and then make that into the song instead of trying to make the song out of your feelings. Did I say that right?
I get what you're saying.
Okay, that's all that
I
matters.
feel like being deep though, it's like you can't try to be deep. You just are. Like you gotta.
So what you call
yourself, just.
I mean, I'm honestly the stuff that I be writing be like I be feeling like it's deep sometimes. So like, what is? So it might be deep.
It might be.
But I just need to stop trying.
Just trying to,
all right,
you're probably comparing your writing to someone else's or something else that you feel is deeper than what you're saying. But your stuff is deep, just how theirs was deep.
Facts.
I want to start painting.
You should.
Like big canvases. But I don't want to like paint like, I don't know. I just want to close my eyes and just move. And just move like and see what I get. And don't even paint with my right hand. I want to paint with my left hand.
I like the small canvases. I don't know, the big ones I be having to feel so much. I be like, damn, I'm still going.
But that's like a representation of like me personally. I feel like the small canvas is just like not enough. And like to feel something, like to feel the void, I feel like
just do it.
A lot. Yeah.
Shit,
but them type of canvases you gotta build though.
Big? How big?
Probably like
you gotta work your way up, brother. You gotta start. You just got to go buy build.
You're gonna waste a whole bunch of money.
Facts. My below got them big ones. I still got them big canvases in my closet, and I ain't.
You ain't painted on them?
I go buy a whole bunch of little small ones like this big, and I still ain't touched the big ones because I don't know. Like I don't know what to put on it. But like I guess that's what you got to do. Just let your mind roam free and just start doing whatever.
Yeah.
I be watching all types of shit. They was like, somebody had said in the video that I was watching should I just send him JB number?
I already sent him JB number.
Oh, so he should be calling JB then?
Yeah, tell him call that number.
Okay.
To your thumb. You got a Band-Aid on?
I got into a car accident.
Whoa. What?
He's a warrior.
When was this?
Got into a car accident.
Nobody told me that.
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
You said it scraped his thumb.
That was a fender bender.
But yeah, in the video, he was like, to be like an artist, like to draw and stuff like that. If you want to get better at drawing, stop drawing with your dominant hand. So like, if you're right-handed, stop drawing with your right hand and draw with your left hand.
I could see that.
I guess that unlocks a different part of your brain.
I feel like it's probably because when you draw, you carry the pencil a whole different way.
That's true.
So when you write and you put a drawing pencil in your hand, you're gonna go to how you write, and it's hard to unlearn that, to train your brain to not do that when you go to draw. So it's probably like learning to write.
Yeah.
So they just switch your hand because it'll be easier to learn than to reverse an action that's already in there. Because you got to be really loose, like very when you draw.
That's real. Have you ever had a job?
Have you ever had a job?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working since I was 15 years old. I started working.
Well, damn, me too. What, 16?
I started 16 or 17.
Yeah. I started working at like a dog place. That was like my first job.
Dog place.
That was like my first, I guess, clock in job.
Oh, okay.
Because I had other jobs with family members that I would do. And I would have to get up and I would have to go to work and do stuff with them and do things for their business, for this, for that. But that was my first like clock in, get a paycheck from you guys type job. And then from there.
That's real.
Yeah.
Was it chaotic? I feel like working at a dog place would be chaotic.
I used to stink. Like when I would come home. That was the worst part about it. Like, and then I worked there in the summers. It was hot. And I was in the South. It was just, but I lost a lot of weight and my body was tea. But I would come home feeling like dog poop every day.
Couldn't do that one.
That was the only thing.
I'm still waiting to hear back from my goddamn manager, man. She playing with me, man.
Oh, she still ain't set nothing up?
Dog, she sent me an email at 9 p.m. yesterday. Or no, 2 days ago, right? First of all, that's already unprofessional.
I was about to say.
You texting, you emailing me at 9 p.m., right? Cool. She emailed me and she was like...
That's unprofessional?
Yes.
Yeah. For you to be a manager and you emailing me at 9 p.m. and I emailed you at what? I didn't even email her. I emailed the director of operations at like...
So we're not going to like
12.
take into account like her job?
Her job should consist of taking emails. She's security.
Right, but like she probably got a lot of other stuff to do. Not only is she emailing you, she probably emailing 200 other people that you said they just hired for one site.
How long do it take to send an email?
I don't know.
Or she could have waited till the next morning.
She could have waited.
That's what I did. I waited.
Long nights in the office, bro.
I sent an email. I waited till 10 a.m. to respond to her. But yeah, she was talking about.
Why you ain't just respond back
at 9?
When you got the email?
Cause, bro, that's
when you seen it.
That's outside my business.
Like I'm done for the night. I'm clocked.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
She was like, I only take calls at 9 to
I do the same shit.
10 a.m. Which I have been calling you at 9 to 10 a.m. any other time. Yeah, it's basically just bull crap, and I just been waiting to hear back.
I have a question. Are y'all like, because we're all artists, and we all have to make money because rent be due. Or at least when we all start paying
not yet.
rent.
About to be.
And it's like, I feel like it's a little difficult to make money being an artist sometimes, depending on what kind of art you make. How do y'all feel about that?
I don't think it's difficult to make money. I think it's difficult to manage money.
So as an artist, you think it's fairly simple to get income off your art?
Yeah, especially now. When so much people are looking to consume art, they'll pay top dollar for it. You got so many ways to monetize your art or your content and stuff like that. I think it's very, 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 very easy to make the money. I just think it's hard to manage the money because you don't know how much you're going to make and when you're going to make it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it takes patience, and I feel like you got to be spontaneous as well. I feel like managing your money is all personalized. Like, I feel like that's up to you.
That's
like how you deal with your personal money too. But yeah, I think it's just, I think you got to be patient, and I think you got to be spontaneous. But then again, I don't know. Depending on the type of person you are, if you're the person that wants, I quote unquote guaranteed, you could get you a light part-time easy job to make sure you have a certain amount, and that also allows you to have time to do whatever your passion is.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I think about it.
But like, even like the saying, like the starving artist, it's not an artist that's not making money. Well, at least not in my opinion. It's not that they're not making money. It's just that the money that they're making is going right back into their art because they just care that much that they'll choose their art over, sometimes eating the best type of foods. I'm pretty sure they're still eating though.
Because I think that, like, honestly, when you say you're an artist, people think you're not gonna make a lot of money.
It's just not steady.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, it's easier to manage your money when you're getting it every 2 weeks or every week. It's a lot harder to manage your money when you might only have 3 bookings in 1 month, and you might make $4,500 in that month. You rent probably 2 bands for a studio apartment.
Put it in perspective. If somebody was to come up to me and tell me like they're a dancer,
Let's see, that's kind of different.
Like a stripper?
No, not a stripper, not a stripper, but
dancer.
like they're a dancer, like they
Like
have
ballet
choreography,
or jazz.
stuff like that. I would be like, damn. The first thing I would think is, damn, how are you? It might sound messed up, but like, how are you like maintaining in today's society? Like, how much are they paying you to? For one, I'd be like, you getting paid a lot, or like you making a lot of sacrifices or something. Because it's like, damn, I don't know, probably because I haven't seen it before, but like, how is that stable? Like what you were saying, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I don't know what I would think if somebody was to come up to me and be like, I'm a dancer. Because that is a form of art, dancing. So.
Or like a painter.
Yeah,
They're
that
like, I'm
too.
a painter. And you're like, well, how do you pay your bills?
Yeah.
Being a painter.
Yeah, that too. So.
What I'm starting to realize though, that it's not bad to have a job to do 2 things. Either get a job to take care of, your basic necessities, which is like rent. If you got a car note, insurance and stuff like that, cool. You get a job to do that. And then, the job may be asking like 8 hours out of your day. You got 16 more hours to make some money for your art or just do your art and stuff like that. Or you could get a job and just pay for your art and just keep paying for your, your expression, the way you express yourself.
You guys don't ever worry that like your art may not supply your lifestyle?
Nope.
In the future?
I honestly never worry. Honestly, I don't I just be like, when it's time, I'm gonna know it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm maintaining now. I'm living now. So
Period.
I know it's gonna be a way in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I never too much think about it. I just
That's
go with
good.
the flow.
I always wonder what artists think about that, because I feel like that's conversations we don't typically have. Like,
How niggas is taking care of themselves. Yeah, we don't. Because everybody like to portray like, I'm an artist and I'm living this great lifestyle. I live on my own. I make enough money to live, but like, that's cool. And you might actually be making enough money to live, but how are you mentally? Because being an artist is kind of like, mentally, it can drain you.
I have a theory though. I feel like as an artist, you're never gonna be like mentally stable. Or
You
like,
shouldn't be.
Yeah, like you're
shouldn't
never
be.
gonna be like okay.
in what way?
I feel like that diminishes the art.
In what way though?
Anyway, like you're
What you
always
mean?
gonna have something going on, like mentally, whether it's anxiety, you're depressed for this season.
Because in a world where happiness is portrayed so much, if everybody was happy, what would be the distinct perspective to give?
Great art can be made out of stability.
When has it ever?
You got to look it up and find it. I can't.
So you can't say that. I can tell you many times where art was not made out of stability.
I can't pinpoint it, but I'm sure it is.
I don't know not one
I'm
piece
sure
of art
some
that was
people
made out
have
of
reached a
stability,
peak in
bro.
their life and have made their best work.
That's not a strong enough art.
I don't know. I think that yes, there has probably been art still made when you're mentally, like when you're fine and you're stable. But the best art is not gonna be made when you're happy. It's gonna be made when you just had your heart broken.
Why you think niggas get happy when they see rappers go through certain things and they be like, oh my God, I know this nigga album about to go stupid.
I get that too, but I don't know.
What about personally for you? Like,
I'm gonna have to. I don't know with that one. I might.
Name a great artist.
I might have to agree to disagree.
Name a great
But
artist.
it's like I don't know these people personally, so I can't just tell.
But you could tell by their art.
okay, forget other people. What about you? Do you feel like you make the best art when you're going through something, or when you're happy and your girlfriend's coming over and, you know, like what?
I feel like
The only time you've been in the booth is when you got down. Felt like you had something to say.
either I get that, but sometimes it's just I've been chilling, I've been bored. I feel like I just want to speak.
When
But
have
is
you
it
ever
gonna
been
hit?
chilling and bored and want to speak though?
When you, it's been times where you would send me something late at night, and I just wake up in the morning. First, I would wake up, blank mind. I hear it, I'd be like, I gotta say something, and I just spit.
If we go listen to these verses, nigga,
It's
nothing
literally-
you
it's-
talking about is happy.
It's because I'm going off the basis of what you're saying. So I put my mental in what I put everything I'm thinking about into what you said, and I go off of that.
So is it true? Is it real? Or is it just
Yeah,
like...
sometimes you got to you got to stoop down into.
That's the point. You have to stoop down into a place where you were not happy
But that-
before, or were you not
But
stable
that doesn't
before
mean
to
you're
pull
not
it out.
currently.
Right, but we're telling you that the art is not being made out of a stable condition.
Okay, so what about art from, let's say like Virgil or like Pharrell or something?
What about them?
With their pieces and their designs or whatever, you think that happened through them going through something? Or were they not at like a high at life and was like, this is my taste right now?
You think they were? If they were high, then they might have been running from something.
No, I'm not like high and touching,
Right.
but like at a life high. Like I've accomplished this. I've seen this, and I feel like I can make this from all the things that I've seen.
I feel like Virgil whole thing. Let's take Off-White for example. To me, the way I conceptualized Virgil making Off-White was just because he stood out. Like he was he wasn't indulged in the crowd. You know, a lot of times when people are indulged in a certain crowd, that'll make them happy or that'll get them certain dopamine. But when you stand alone from the crowd and you got to watch everybody else look like they're having fun because they're together, that's just the way I conceptualized it, though. So I'm not sure if
That's perception.
I'm not sure if that's how he was actually
I
feeling.
don't know.
But the
Now I wanna
Off-White
find
thing,
it. Now I want to find it. Now I want to find somebody who. But it's like I don't know. Could you ever tell when somebody's at the you know?
Yeah, you
stable
never
in their
really
life?
know. That's
You know
why
what
I
I'm
can
saying?
only...
nah, that's when they art get ass though. That's when they art start to suck.
Okay, give me an example of somebody who you felt like.
Michelle Basquiat. I can name a couple more too.
Musically, like...
Was I forgot his name that fast. Donny Hathaway. Shit, Michael Jackson. Nigga, Buddy was depressed. Buddy was depressed, and you could hear it in some of his songs.
Oh, you're trying to say like that made the...
I'm saying like the way he was pulling out his art, he was he wasn't in the mental, like,
Okay.
I don't think Michael Jackson was ever mentally stable.
Like when he got better or something. I thought that's
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Like when somebody reached,
he died. He died depressed. I don't think he died happy.
R.I.P. Michael Jackson.
R.I.P. Mike, man. R.I.P. Tito too. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan too.
Shout out.
See, Rich Homie Quan might have been depressed when he was making Lifestyle.
I think the best work is
that's
done
a jolly song.
when you're in the worst mental state. For me personally,
Because your art is what's making you happy.
I get that, but
Your art is what's giving you that dopamine, bro.
I get that. I still feel like
Amphetamine.
once we reach certain heights in life, then we're gonna make art that can relate to a certain crowd that may be in that height of life as well. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just like how, and I hate to use Drake for everything, but just like how, listen. Just like how Drake could go make a sad, in your feelings song, R&B joint, rap joint, and then go make some disco music, right? When we first heard that, we like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But he's been around the country in clubs where people are very rich and successful and they listen to this type of music, so they gravitate to that more.
but
Drake is not stable.
He's not.
He's never been stable in all of his career.
Okay, I get that. But still though, it's just like the mental aspect of that.
He might have been high making a damn disco song. He might have been high making that In My Feelings song.
I don't know.
What we are saying is, you know how you say you do the work to heal yourself and you want to become better?
I understand what y'all saying. I just was trying to like get the opposite side of it.
Oh no, I feel
it's
like always the opposite.
I feel like
side,
what
bro.
y'all saying is true, but I don't think it's like 100% true. Like it's like I agree to not disagree, but like agree to have an opposing side. Because I still feel like once I accomplish what I want to accomplish, I'll still be able to go in the booth and just lay down some good tracks about life, what's going on. Like I feel like
not if your life going good.
Like I feel like
who could really relate to that rich lifestyle type of rap, bro? That's why Lil Baby is falling off. He falling off for two reasons. Lil Baby is falling off for two reasons because he got the same flow and he rapping about some shit that ain't nobody going through.
He don't got that hunger no more.
But when the nigga was rapping, big body, bad beat with it backhand. But when he was rapping Southside and freestyle, they could relate to that.
Yeah, but even then, like when I listen to Heaven to Me by like Tyler the Creator, and he's talking about all the, the great things in his life or whatever. That's great music to me.
That is great.
And from that aspect,
but is it his best?
It's not. It's great music.
But is it his best? Because the argument was the best work come from out of a dark place.
It's not necessarily his best, but it's great music.
You can relate to it. That's real.
I don't know. I feel like I agree with y'all, but I feel like it's also great forms of art made when everybody like when you reach the height that you wanted to reach, when you accomplish some of the things you want to accomplish.
But art is also subjective, and it'll also always be your perspective, no matter if you made the art or not. I think that's something like you got to get comfortable with too. Like when you put your art out there, you have to allow it to be judged and critiqued, even if you feel like the critic's opinion doesn't matter. Like when you put your art into the world, you allowing that to happen.
Has that ever been something that like messes with y'all? Somebody else's opinion on your work, or like just the feedback?
Not unless it was somebody I'm trying to impress, and I ain't ran into nobody like that yet.
I feel like any feedback is good. Like I don't ever really feel away when people say certain things. If they say certain things, because I don't get too much like negative feedback, and sometimes I want that. Like I send you stuff, like I send Kai my stuff, and I'd be like, tell me like what I can fix. Like I want that. Be harsh with me, because I feel like people are way too nice. Like you post something, everybody's like, oh my god, this is so good, this is so good. Shit is ass. Like, and it's okay, because when you start, your stuff is not gonna be the top of the top. Like that's part of the whole process. So I don't feel away when people say stuff. I'll be like, thank you. Like I appreciate that.
But you can also tell the difference though between like when somebody is actually thinking about the critique that they're about to give you, and then when somebody's just going off how they feel about it. Like I don't care about how you feel about it. Tell me what you think tell me what you think is right or wrong. Not necessarily feel though. Like
sometimes
it's not about your feelings when it comes to my work.
But sometimes it is, if like you're trying to portray a certain message or certain emotion. Then you gotta know, like, did you feel what I was putting down for real or no?
But that's what, like, when your art is out there, it could provoke many different emotions in many different people.
But you have an intention.
Yeah.
You do have an
Put it
intention.
out. So it's like, was that accomplished or no?
So what if your intention is put out, right? Like with your art, but it's taken a whole different way. Is that a failure or is that a success? If you basing it in that.
For me, I feel like it's a failure because even though nothing's really a failure because everything's a learning process, but I feel like I wouldn't be as happy with it because I had the intention to do this and y'all took it and made it a whole other thing that I didn't intend it to be. So it's like now you're shaping the story for my art, and that's not fair. I don't like that.
I feel like that would be like a back to the drawing board moment.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't necessarily be upset. I would just be like, well, damn, well, let me go back to the drawing board. Let me redo this or fix this and do this a certain way. Because if y'all got this perception from this, what I said, what I shot.
Yeah, I'd be kind of upset, I'm not going to lie. Like, if I put out a film trying to, like, empower black people or something, and then they're like, oh, my gosh, you're racist, or, like, something, like, they changed the whole thing, I'd be upset.
Okay, I get that.
Because it's like, dang, like, this is not what I'm trying to do.
I'm trying to put out the power to people, and y'all saying it's funny.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I ain't cracking no jokes throughout this whole damn
What are
thing.
you laughing at?
No, that's real. I would be sick. I would be sick from.
That's crazy. I mean, a lot of people art get taken like that, though. Like, what if Menace to Society wasn't supposed to be a comedy?
You said if it wasn't supposed to be a comedy?
Yeah, like Menace to Society while drinking your juice in South Central. What if they put that out to relay a message and niggas just laughed the whole movie? You can't say nah. Because it is some messages in that movie.
Parody. I mean, yeah, I feel like a lot of comedy movies do have deeper messages behind the comedy.
So do you think they're putting it out to make you laugh, or they're putting it out to make you see what's really like what the truth is, and you just not picking it up because you laughing?
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
I
You're not
think
picking it
that
up
too.
because you're laughing.
So who's in the wrong? The viewer or the artist?
The viewer.
The viewer's in the wrong?
Yeah. Because I feel...
It's just a question. I mean, I ain't gonna have no answer to
I would
it.
honestly say, I would say neither one. Because as a viewer, sometimes all it takes is time for you to go back and revisit to catch something that you missed.
I think, though, when you view something, like, it depends on... Because people be watching stuff for pure entertainment, which is like, okay, sometimes I sit down in front of TV and I know I'm just going to watch this just to be entertained. But sometimes when you put on certain movies, you can't look at it through that lens. And I think as an audience member, you have to do justice to yourself to get the full message of something, not just to laugh at it. Like, what is it, you know? What am I learning from this?
For me personally, I feel like my first viewing would be just off of initial presentation. Like, if this came across as a comedy, then I'm going to look at it in a comedy. But when I go back and I look at it again, then I'll come at it with a blank space and, like, dive in deeper. Like, in regards to, okay, like anime. When I watch certain animes, I take away the initial plot or whatever they were giving to me. But then if I rewatch it or whatever, I dive in deeper and I see, okay, well, the true meaning of this was friendship because this happened and this happened. He made these decisions and chose this over that.
I see that.
So I gotta watch it a few times. Just like music. Music for me, I gotta listen to it a few times. I might hear an album and be like, this shit was all right. Then I go back and be like, okay, this is a gem.
Interesting.
Perspective.
Do you guys read? I know you read somewhat. 10 pages a day.
Oh, no, it ain't to me.
Nah, I don't.
He used to be, though. No, it really did. He used to be, and I just fell off. I read, though.
I would read for a week straight and then I'd be off for 2 weeks and then come back. I don't know, sometimes I need to digest what I read and then
I ain't going 2 weeks
take
straight,
it from my mental to real life.
Crazy.
And then sometimes I just be forgetting. I'd be like, life. And then I'd come back to it.
Man, technically I gotta read like 4 times a week, but it ain't 10 pages every day. No, we in school now. Yeah.
But I don't mean for school purposes. I mean like on your own, like.
Oh yeah. I just bought them 2 books that I showed you. Well, I showed you 1 book, but I bought another book called The Vulture.
Can y'all read more than 1 book at the same time?
Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing now. That shit crazy.
Because like one book, the book that I just got, I'm reading it as like a movie. Like when I read it, it's a movie playing in my head. But then the other book,
Me too.
the Subtle Values of Not Giving a Fuck, it's like I don't want to say like a life guide, but like it's just I can relate to this deeper than just reading a book. Mm-hmm. But I be trying not to. I don't know. Like I don't want to overload with so many readings. Yeah. So I don't know if I should just read them both at the same time still and just differentiate one from the other, or just read one, finish it, then read the other.
Is realistic fiction a genre, like an actual genre?
I don't know.
Realistic fiction?
Probably.
I feel like it is, but the book that I'm reading, The Vulture, it feel like a realistic fiction. Like it
is a genre.
It is a genre.
No, it's.
It sound like it. It sound like it could be right.
It has to be. I've read so many books like that. It has to be a genre.
Right. So like, the story feels real. And the way that the author is writing it, everything just feels cohesive and real. But like, it might not be real. But it feels good to read. So like, that's the book that I'm reading, and it feels like a movie. Like I feel like I'm watching a movie. I feel like it could be made into a movie. And then the other book I'm reading is The Prison Letters from George Jackson. And that just feels like that weighs a little more heavy on the soul.
It seems very heavy.
It is. All right. Powerful political prisoner. You know.
What you reading?
Well, I read multiple books, like how you were saying, where I go back and forth between different things for study purposes, entertainment. Right now I'm reading Malcolm X autobiography, though, as like my primary, like. Did you read that?
Yeah, I read it twice.
Twice?
And then I could watch the movie like once a month.
I watched
naturally.
the movie.
Yeah.
But I should have read the book first.
For real?
Yeah, I think the book is always better than the movie.
I'm about to say, how often do you find that like the book is better than the film?
Always, every single time.
I ain't gonna lie, but the movie leaves out a lot of stuff.
That's what I felt.
Leaves out a lot of stuff, so the book is very detailed.
Like, the movie didn't.
But yeah, definitely.
Books are always better because I make films, so it's like you make it in your head. My film's always gonna be better.
But like I think since I like watched the movie way before I read the book, reading the book, all I can see is Denzel, and I don't see necessarily like Malcolm X. Like I see Denzel, I see Shorty, I see when I see Elijah Muhammad, I see the person that played Elijah Muhammad. That's why I kind of like reading books. I mean, I like watching a movie before I read the book. I think it strengthens my visualization.
No, but it takes.
I follow along.
Someone else's ideas into your head though, for like visual.
I think it makes it limitless.
It's a book though.
I think it makes it limitless. I feel like after you watch the movie, then read it, you're limiting yourself to that person.
Yes.
Rather than just letting it shape whoever.
Am I?
Yeah.
Or is it just my best? Like, I don't know. I don't think I'm limiting myself.
No, because you already have a idea in your head before you even got to make your own. You know what I'm saying?
It's a book, though. Like, the idea is not mine in the first place. I'm just trying to visualize things.
Are yours?
Yeah.
But it's being visualized based off these words that's on this paper.
Yeah.
So me watching a movie before reading the book, I'm just seeing the characters. The scenes is going to be different because I'm reading something totally different. I'm just saying, when I read Malcolm X, when I read the book, I'm just seeing Denzel play Malcolm X. The scenes, like I said, the movie left out some things that was in the book. So I'm still seeing the scenes that's in this book. It's just like, okay, this Denzel Washington talking. Like, when I'm reading it out loud, I'm talking like I'm Denzel playing Malcolm X.
The only reason I still have the same stance, even though you said that, is because Denzel, like in the movie, he has, certain mannerisms that he portrays, as Malcolm, certain ways that he moves and stuff. And you maybe, if you didn't watch the movie and read it, could interpret Malcolm X as a whole different kind of individual than what you see in the movie. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Maybe. You never know.
That's facts. That movie like 3 hours long.
It's a very long movie. It took me 2 days to watch it. It's long.
Wait, that was your first time watching it?
I wish I didn't watch it. I wish
Because you wish you read the book first, right?
I really wish I read the book. I think the movie would have hit harder for me if I read the book first, too.
Did you cry?
No.
Oh, damn, I cried. I cry every time I watch it.
I think when I read it, I'll cry.
Because
I'll feel it more.
It's so fucked up, bro. The ending of the movie is just so, like...
R.I.P. Malcolm X, like... It's just his story is crazy. Like,
his story is one of a prophet out of the Bible.
like literally, like they did what they did to Jesus, they did to Malcolm X. Like, he was getting way too big and powerful.
I don't know if that was the same thing, but yeah, basically,
I mean,
it's
Jesus,
similar.
in my mind, because Jesus was spreading the word of God, and he was getting way too many people to, like, he was making the Christian faith way too strong, and so they took him out.
Okay, yeah.
And Malcolm X was doing the same thing, but not with Christianity, with Black Power.
That shit crazy.
Are y'all pro-Black?
I'm black.
Yeah.
What does
Okay.
being pro-black mean if you're black though?
That means that you support Black people and everything that Black is.
Support
Yeah.
everything.
I mean, maybe not support in terms of like you'll stand, like you'll be out there with the people you don't like, but you accept it.
I don't know.
No?
I don't think that's the question I can answer right now.
What don't you accept in the Black community?
There's a lot of things I don't accept in the black community, and that's just because I live it.
Okay.
I don't accept selling drugs. I don't accept doing drugs, even though you dibble and dabble in it sometimes, but I don't accept it.
But you understand. But you understand why.
Why we do drugs?
Yeah, why we do drugs, why we sell drugs. Why
I don't really.
communities are the way they
I
are.
don't agree with nobody doing drugs though. Like any community. That ain't
I
even
mean, I'm not
necessarily
saying you
just
agree, but
black.
I'm saying, do you understand why?
I understand, but I don't
is?
accept it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I understand. I don't accept it. I don't accept wedlock. I don't accept the lust that black people are being portrayed with on the mainstream media. I don't accept that.
Right.
I don't accept the dirty business that black people do with each other and not with the other man. I don't accept a lot of things. I really don't accept a lot of things in the black community.
But you do have understanding for each and every one of those things.
Yeah, I understand
Like,
everything.
you can't get behind it.
I understand everything. I think that's my problem is that I understand everything.
You can't like go back to sleep now.
Now, I can go to sleep. I sleep well.
I'm talking about metaphor.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
woke now. You can't.
I always say
go back
like,
to sleep.
I feel like I'm in a state of like sleep paralysis
Why?
because like you woke, but you can't move, you can't do nothing. Your mind is woke, your body is not. Like the vessel that you're in is just still. It's at a stalemate, and you can't really. You don't have the power to do things. You just know a whole bunch of shit.
Doesn't it feel so powerless? Like you just can't like. I be feeling like that sometimes when I think of everything.
Cause like, what am I supposed to do?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I understand to a certain extent. I don't understand why do we have to resort to certain things because of undoings that were done to us.
That if anything, that's what I understand. Like I understand the cause and effect of the situations that we're in. I don't accept. Like I said, I don't accept it, but I understand it.
Yeah.
If anything, that's what you should understand.
This is, I don't know, like, why would I go kill my brother?
Because maybe your brother did something.
But why did he do something to me if we're...
Why would he do something to you?
I'm
Right.
saying that's why I don't understand. Like, why? Why would he do that to me if we're the same?
Slavery.
No. It starts way before
No,
slavery.
but serious. What?
It starts way before slavery. It starts back in Africa. None of this stuff is new. If it was new, we wouldn't be in this position.
But it's in our DNA because of slavery. No.
No. People aren't going to get along. Like, just because you black don't mean you're going to get along.
But we're talking specifically about black on black crime in families and
In America?
and I mean we're here. That's all I could talk about anyways.
And you don't understand, like, why?
Why would you bring this onto me because of something that somebody else did to us?
That's the point. Literally, is that. It's because of something that somebody else did to him.
So you're gonna
that
take
he
that
felt
out
the need. Yes, that's exact. That's
But I don't
that's your level of
understand-
that's understanding it though.
I don't, like, why?
You don't
Like,
accept it, but you understand it. You understand it, bro. You just don't accept it. That's literally it. You ain't gotta accept it.
You're like, this make no sense. But it
not necessarily make no sense, because I would get it, but it's just like, I don't know, I can't put myself in anybody else's shoes to understand why they would do something. So it's just like, I get it, but then again, it's like when I try to think deeper, it's like I personally couldn't resort myself to doing such.
You gotta read more, read other people's stories, see how people think the way they do. Maybe it'll help you.
Maybe.
Or just ask more questions.
Or that.
Well, man, we reached a point in the episode where we take. I don't know. I feel like unless it's a real transition into that segment, like it just be feeling so abrupt sometimes.
Okay.
But taking into consideration all the things that we spoke about in the episode, and all the things we touched on, or maybe you just want to tell somebody on the other side of the screen how you feeling today. What's some pieces of advice or motivation that you would give to the person that's watching this video?
I gotta start.
Yeah. Nah, you got it.
You go.
I'm saying you start.
No, let me go.
Oh, we start with Melia.
I feel like always be true to who you are and always know your history and know where you come from, like who your family is. That's so important and people don't even think about it. So always just be in touch with who you are, like as an actual person. What do you like? What do you do? Don't let anyone else tell you who you are and tell you who to be, because that'll be the downfall of your entire empire that hasn't even started yet because other people are controlling it. Just be you.
I'm gonna say be grateful for everything that you are able to receive and dish out in life, because although you may be in a shit situation or a tough situation, be grateful that you're able to handle it and move on from it, because a lot of people would fold in that situation or deteriorate or throw all their moral values out the window. So be grateful for who you are and, what you know, stuff like that.
That's good. Gratitude.
I'm gonna say when we touched on like the artist thing, like being like unstable or like being in a dark place and creating art. I think it's in like everybody's best interest to find a certain way to express themselves artistically. In ways that you don't have to necessarily speak exactly what you feel. Maybe you could draw it, maybe you could paint it, maybe you could record it, maybe you could,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can write it, and you don't have to write it out blatantly. You just describe how you feel, and it ain't for everybody to conceptualize, just for you to get it out. But just because you're in a dark place don't mean you shouldn't work out at trying to get out of that dark place for the sake of your art, You might be creating out of a dark place, but I feel like you should still be working because you don't want to be there forever. You don't want to die in a dark place.
Thanks.
Then nobody ever know.
We gotta instill that in them young.
What?
Telling them that it's okay to express themselves through many different forms.
Oh yeah.
I feel like a lot of kids, they'll feel a certain ways or get in trouble and just go sit in a room and not have nobody to talk to about it. Or
I feel like you got to teach them that though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got not necessarily teach them how to express themselves in that form, but teach them just how to use that form.
And you got to give them the tools too.
Yeah, and leave it up to them.
Yeah.
Well, man, it's been another wonderful episode. It's your guy Kai.
Hey, it's your boy Phil, and we got a special guest. Y'all tap in with her.
Guys, check out Breaking the Brush, my reality show that I just
We didn't
dropped.
talk about that.
We didn't.
enough.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it because I just seen you post.
Did that hurt?
I don't know if.
Okay.
I just seen you post. I forgot her name. I don't want to say her name.
Aaliyah.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
seen you post her, and I was gonna say something, but it slipped my mind because we started talking about something else. But yeah, make sure y'all go check that out. What else?
Check
We're going to
it.
actually put we're going to put a clip, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay, we're going to put a clip right before the outro, or after the outro. So stay tuned for that and, then check her out. Yeah.
Yes.
We'll put the link in the
Tell
description.
them where to find it.
Check out Breaking the Brush on YouTube. You can find it under Melia Symone. You can find all my social media handles, Melia Symone, everything. LinkedIn, except Twitter, X. I'm not on there. But everything else. And make sure you check out Breaking the Brush because it showcases young artists like us and maybe yourself and just what their process is going through college and figuring out their artistry, just how we all are. Check it out.
Facts. Y'all do that.
Actual factual.
We are the Almost Dropouts. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe. Shout out Neil Paul. We're going to see y'all in the next episode. Yeah.
That was good. Hey, how long was you standing out there? I thought you was JB the whole time.
Nah, I was, I don't know, maybe like 5-10 minutes.
My back hurt.
Nah, I'm cool. It's so hot outside, bro. Oh my God. I swear to God, it's so hot.
So she's tangled. Look what I'm doing. Shut her out like that.
Because it's not country. I wouldn't go far.
You should wear the flat shoes when you're lifting.
I'm outgrowing my friends back home.
Anything I do is customize clothes. Like you've seen like the jeans that I wore last time, all those stars, I sewed them on myself. All my skirts, I made them myself.
For me, that is such a hard thing to admit.